This is the greatest Assetto Corsa mod of all time, but it won't amaze you with lifelike graphics, nor will it tingle your ear hairs with amazing audio. It won't even surprise you with a great driving experience. It's not blindingly fast, nor does it handle particularly well. So what does it do? The biggest factor that attributes to a great sim racing experience is relatability. This adds an extra degree of immersion and emotion that is sorely missed when you're driving a track in a country you've never heard of, in a car you only learned the name of 5 minutes prior. This relatability enhances the experience massively. Whether you're driving your local track, your favourite race car you watched growing up, your dad's sports saloon, or most favourably, a car you own. This is my Z4. I've driven it almost daily for the last 5 years. I've made great memories in this car, and have a deep sentimental attachment to it. I've learned how it drives and how far I can push it. Braking a bit late there, almost locked up. Did you hear the tyres squealing? I don't know if you did or not, but they were. I know this car like the back of my hand, inside and out. That's why sitting in this virtual version for the first time was such a surreal experience, even if it is wrong hand drive. Oh my. This is exactly the same. This is so crazy. Sure, there are a few minor differences. The steering wheel's a little too big, the radio doesn't have a display, and the steering feedback is just a tad too floaty. And most importantly, the hot babes that can usually be found in the passenger seat are missing. But everything else is bang on. Even the gauge cluster is realistic, showing all the flashing orange lights that I usually ignore. But that's only the beginning. Of course, I'm a young-ish guy with a 2000s BMW. The first thing I had to test was oversteer. I mean, what else am I going to be doing in this car? And to say this experience was almost identical would be an understatement. I can't believe how similar this is. The car kicks into oversteer the exact same way the real version does, and the rear end pendulums around just like it does in real life, due to the shoe-like shape of the Z4. And when you stop sliding and actually get on the throttle, the power delivery is almost identical, with an early peak of torque which throws you back in your seat, and a late peak of power that really lets you string out every gear. The car's suspension geometry is also realistic. Even the way the front end pitches up under acceleration is indistinguishable from the real car. I was taken aback by this at first. I'd never had such a realistic experience in a simulator before. It was so relatable. Even watching a replay of my car being yeeting around the track evokes emotion. To you, it probably just looks like yet another Assetto Corsa video clip. But to me, it's beautiful. That's my car, being driven hard. A sight I've rarely seen. This mod has real world meaning to me, and if every Assetto Corsa car was this realistic, I'd be happy in the knowledge that perhaps sim racing isn't as far from real life as some people make it out to be. Anyway, if you're ever getting tired of sim racing, try racing something more relatable. Perhaps try hot lapping around your local track. Maybe try driving your parents' sports saloon, or even try racing a race car that you loved growing up. It truly makes for a far greater and immersive experience. Just like this video does, in which I teach you everything you could possibly need to know about driving slow cars, like this Z4, fast.